Hey, good Monday morning. Yeah, good Monday morning. If you go outside right now, it's cold. It is really cold. So if you have to leave to go to work, make sure you warm your vehicle. I can't even talk. Warm your vehicle up a little bit because it's pretty cold. I think it's about 10 degrees, 10 or 12 degrees. So depending on where you are, it could be colder, could be a little bit warmer. So yeah, make sure you dress comfortably and make sure you warm your vehicle up. So, and no, when I took the dogs around this morning, I didn't wear my Russian red wolf hat. A lot of people have had fun with that, but yeah, it's a real Russian red wolf hat, and it came from Russia because I had to buy something. I took a ski mask with me, and the officials over there said you don't wear a ski mask. Only terrorists wear ski masks, and the Russians want to make sure they see your face. So because you had to carry your paperwork with you all the time, and so yeah, and they have flea markets in the wintertime, and I'm talking about like below zero, pouring the snow down. They were out selling stuff, and a bunch of us had to buy warm hats so that we could stay warm while we were there in Russia. And that's what I brought back with me. That was the one I could afford. Yeah. Some of the guys and gals with me, they bought minks. Yeah, I bought a Russian red wolf because I could afford it. And it kept me warm, and it still continues to keep me warm and reminds me of that trip, that mission trip back in 2001, 2002. So today I want to talk about followers of Jesus. Followers of Jesus, because if you profess to be a follower of Jesus, then start following Jesus. Seriously. Because you know what? In Mark chapter 1, verse 37, I shared this yesterday, but the scripture says, well, first of all, Jesus went off after doing all these miracles and after sleeping a little bit. He gets up early in the morning while it's still dark. It's still dark out there right now as I'm recording this. But he gets up early in the morning and he goes off by himself to pray. He goes without any distractions, without people bothering him. And I mean, think about us. It's impossible to do that today, isn't it? Because we have our cell phones and you get notifications for every little thing, and it's always going off. If you're a first responder, you have a pager, and of course it's hard again if you're going somewhere where you can spend time with God. You really have to shut things off in order for you to focus, in order for you to pray, and in order for you to not just speak to God, but to sit in silence and listen for God to speak to you. But when Jesus was away, while it was still dark, the disciples came and found him, and they said in verse 37 that everyone is looking for you. Everyone is looking for you. And you know what? Today, people are looking for Jesus. They're watching. If you're a Christian, they're watching you. I mean, have you ever thought about that? They're watching you. They're watching how you respond to life. They're watching what you post on social media. They're watching how you react. They were watching all of us during the election. They were watching all of us as we respond to COVID-19. They're watching us. And you know, we need to be consistent. You can't put on your social media, you know, like something inspirational, and then like 3 hours later, you're tearing down a politician or a political platform, or you're tearing down a celebrity, or you're tearing down a group of people because you don't agree with them. And you do it in a hateful way. That is not being consistent with your walk with Christ. And so what I'm saying is that we need to be consistent, because as it was in Mark chapter 1, verse 37, it's the same today in 2021. Everyone is looking for Jesus. Everyone is looking for you. And in that word Christian, if you call yourself Christian, that means little Christ, little Jesus, basically. And what are we showing the world around us? Are we consistent in our walk with Jesus? Are we consistent in the way that we share his word? Are we consistent with the way that we treat everybody? You know, love God, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your strength, with all your mind. and love your neighbor as you love yourself. I mean, that's deep stuff. That's Jesus stuff. That's Jesus teaching. And the people in Capernaum knew that Jesus wasn't like all the other religious leaders. He stood out because he was filled with the Spirit of God. He stood out because he didn't run away from the man with the unclean spirit. He didn't turn him away. Jesus changed that man's life. And from that morning worship in the synagogue until the end of the Sabbath that day, people were waiting with so much excitement and anticipation, because what they witnessed in the synagogue that morning was hope. What they witnessed in the synagogue that morning was God in the flesh, in this man named Jesus from Nazareth. And they couldn't wait to bring all the sick. They couldn't wait to bring the demon-possessed. They couldn't wait to bring others so that they could encounter Jesus. Everyone, Mark 1, verse 37, everyone is looking for you. And they're still looking for Jesus today. So remember, when you open your mouth to speak to a coworker, a classmate, or a colleague, what would Jesus say? When you react today when things aren't going right, or this week when things aren't going your way, remember, people are watching. Everyone was looking for Jesus, and they still are. So my hope today is that as we begin this week, all of us will look inside and look for ways for those people outside the church who are looking for Jesus. Let's show them that Jesus is the way, the truth, and the life. Let's show them hope. And let's be consistent in our daily walk, in our daily post on social media. This is Pastor Bill from St. Luke's United Methodist Church, Harrisville, West Virginia, Ritchie County, West Virginia. Wherever you are, I hope you're happy, I hope you're healthy, and I hope you're safe. Have a great day and have a blessed week.